Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today, I am recording a couple of videos at once, so, that's kind of how it's going to be for a while. It's just, I said I was going to record a couple of videos a day, and this is one of those videos that I said I was going to talk in a day. So, don't be surprised. Anyway, right. Thumbnail shot. What are we doing? Today, I'm here to talk to you guys about something that I think I should have spoken about a little bit more on the channel. Now, first off, I've got these earphones in because I kind of forgot my charging case, so I can't put them in anything to record, so we're just kind of stuck with them in my ears. But yeah, basically, right, today we're here to talk about, like, the mental side, mental and emotional side of having a disability. Because, like, we touched on it a little bit, we've mentioned how sometimes things may get you down, or things may be a bit of a challenge, but we've mainly focused on the physical side, and I feel like that's kind of wrong of me to do, because the mental aspect, even if it isn't a mental disability, even if it isn't a mental issue, it still does affect you mentally. So here we are, mental health with a disability. A disability for me hasn't been that tough. If I'm being honest, I've had it quite lucky. My mental strength has been pretty good with it. I've been pretty resilient with it. And I've been quite lucky that my disability hasn't caused me to have, like, serious depression or anything. But I know for a lot of people it does cause that. Like, I sometimes get low mood. Everyone does. Everyone has times where things are stressful, things mount up and add up, and you just can't handle it. Like, everyone has times where their emotions get the better of them and, like, just have low days. But I think with disability, it can hit hard if you let it. I feel like with disability, the biggest issue is when you let it get a hold of you. For example, right, I've had it where I've not been able to do something because of my disability, right? I'll use an example from today. I went to the shops and couldn't reach something, so someone had to pass it down to me. And for some people, that would make them feel bad. It would make them feel upset, maybe. I don't, because I didn't feel any of these emotions towards it, I don't really know what you would feel. But for me, I had someone help me, just passing it down, and I just didn't care. I was thankful, obviously, like, I appreciate help, but asking for help doesn't mean that you're any less. For example, right, I can't walk for very long. Like, compared to someone that can walk normally, they can't walk. But if the role was reversed and the person that walks normally was in the wheelchair and I was the one walking, we would make it probably as far as each other. Like, my friends, I let them have a go on my wheelchair once. They could not do it. They were tired, they were struggling. It's just about how you perceive everything. I think everything, like, with a disability is kind of balanced in its own way. You lose your legs, you lose them completely, you're an amputee. But then you work your arms just as much. You build your arms 3 times as much as your legs. You are still that 100%, because everything else is just magnified, multiplied, bigified. It's all about trying to see the positives in the situation, and I know that's easier said than done. There's a lot of things that, even if you try your best to be positive about, if, I've had it a couple of times where people have said, I'm not allowed to do something because of a disability. I just think that's an issue with the person not seeing that I have the ability to do something, rather than that being an issue with my disability. If, you're feeling like you can't do something, you can learn. If you... The brilliance, right, of having a disability nowadays is that everything is made accessible, or there is ways around everything. It's just about trying to see your way through that. Now, I'm not saying that having a disability is by any means easy, like mentally or physically, but for a lot of people, they let their disability just defeat them. And it's not about them being weak, it's about them not knowing how to beat the disability. Now, I keep on saying the disability and rarely use examples of actual disabilities, blindness, deafness, because I feel like it can apply to almost any... Squirrel behind me. It's always difficult to try and do these kinds of talks regarding disability, because everything is so varied. People that are blind, never being able to see your family again, that can be emotionally distressful, that can be quite difficult, and I can't imagine how I would handle that. Hearing, never being able to hear your family's voice, your child's laughter, the birds tweeting, that is stuff that I can't really imagine myself in that position. But then again, I know a lot of people can't imagine the situation where they can't feel their legs and they can't walk. So the way I see it is, there's always a worse situation. Granted, there's always a better situation. There always is. No situation is ever 100% great. There's always going to be something wrong. But it's about how you work towards the closest thing that you can get to greatness. That I just feel like having a disability is kind of just like an extra challenge to overcome. And it is just an extra challenge to struggle against. But, life has challenges, it has issues, and I know a lot of people, this talk may not help much, but the mental side of having a disability is difficult to talk about because everyone is affected by it so differently. As long as the basic things are to keep going on with whatever it is, try to find new ways of handling the issues and trying to learn to overcome mentally and physically your disability, getting as close to a normal life as you can without, summoning Satan and making a deal with him. I feel like this talk isn't for everyone, but it's certainly the best that I can give for just a general thing. I hope this video does help in any way. I don't even think I would have found it very useful, but I hope it did. I hope you enjoyed this video. Dogs barking. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all of that usual stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.